It's a new weekly, and there's a lot of hurt triggers going on. There's maybe a little bit of spawning. The music died because Chrome's dying. There's some 4 squad that I think could go with some buy-selling strategies as well here, which all seem pretty good. And then there's a little bit of rolling in the middle. And also a pretty useless woolly rhino, which is my first time seeing it, which is unfortunate because it seems kind of neat, but also not possible to work for me, unfortunately. So this could work with the cake. That's true, I guess. Right? You give it, which counts as one, and then it eats it, which gets one. I think. Oh, but it's only until next turn. But still, okay. Anyway, are there other feeding things? I don't really think so necessarily. I think it's just kind of that guy. Yeah, music is just dead. Chrome is dead. Blame Chrome, not me. I will go. Sure. Take a tooth-billed pigeon, and I will. Oh, yes. Tossing one of these out here. Bald fanboys. Streamer awards were this weekend. I didn't watch it live. I skimmed through some of the VOD today just to see, and yeah, there was things that happened, cool and otherwise. Fine. It's a neat event, I suppose. I don't have anything against it. Roll. Oh yeah, okay. Is it crazy to put this back here to get the buff? Probably a little crazy. Alright, free level up coming in. I like that. Herbier Rider song. This is the original one. Speaking of, this week on stream, they had a Tetris 99 event in honor of Herbier Rider releasing. Is there a reason for me to level 3 this? Not really, but you know what? We're gonna get one anyway. Panda, a decent thing to potentially be giving stats to. Also an early owl, I'll definitely take. A 7-5 is no joke. Music died again. Chrome just died again anyway, that's cool. Fun fact about the woolly rhino, in an old test version, it had a weird ability of doing a snipe if the enemy spent more than 13 gold this turn. What the hell? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Okay. Yeah, that combo doesn't really work, but do that. Sell you. We don't even want you here. I guess I'm supposed to take the level. Okay. I mean, this does work with that. There are other things we can do though as well, like see an enemy works very well. Mantis works well as well. Dragon indeed too. Let me see here. All of those have achievements, so that doesn't factor in. Getting the owl to level 2 does seem nice, so I guess I'm gonna go for that. Our pills this week, is that something that matters much? I guess tunas. Anything else really pillable that you would actually want to do? I guess an ant. Something like that maybe. Something like that maybe. Yeah, the music. I can't. I don't have much to tell you about the music. Chrome's just deciding to not cooperate, which is why I hate. You wish Panda worked with Orchid Mantis? Oh, I got beat. Why does it not work with Orchid Mantis? Start a battle. Give stats and then faint. Start a battle. Summon Mantis with the stats. Wouldn't it work if the Panda goes first? Like if the stats are higher, wouldn't it go first? Wouldn't it go first? Well, that's a pretty good unit. It doesn't necessarily synergize, but it is a good unit. Guess I'll hold on to. I'll do this. I'm not married to the panda necessarily. I also want to sell so that I can roll for a leveled owl. Beautiful. I mean, there's a world where you could do that with this. I think that's probably trying to do a little too much, though. Yeah, I think that's trying to do a little too much, so I'm just gonna let that go away. Although, I guess I could get some free stats every turn, right? Because when this summons the mouse, that triggers the Pegasus, I think. Damn, order mattered there big time. That could have been a win if I had gone like this. Anyway. Yep, stat you up. Yep, Chrome. I guess this is the no music session. I don't know what's happening. Does duplicating the tab solve this problem? You're gonna hear Kirby's Air Ride Sky Sands for another 5 times while I try to make it work. This could be the one, but it also could not be the one. Who knows? Do I want something else in particular? I guess not really. I am going to be rolling. I'll sell this. I'll feed it to this thing. Get its health even higher, even quicker. I'll go for the level on that. Take 1 less damage. There isn't really going to be any armor until Melon, if anything. So I'm not opposed to that, I guess. Seems maybe a little silly, but... Oh, there goes the music. There goes the music. I could buy this thinking that I'm gonna eventually sell the capybara, or I could roll for panda level. I'll probably do this. I'll do that. Yeah, I guess this is where I didn't think this was going to be a problem, because music had been working the whole time otherwise. I guess I'll just do this music and hope that this one works. A different tab. Let's hope it works. Also, I don't think I changed category. Let me do that too. Super Auto Pets. I'm all over the place. All over the place. Yeah, I don't care about that. We feed this. Give the highest tier friend. Don't mind if I do. We are looking for the sea anemone, I guess, would be the easy thing. Yeah, and I think this would have worked, summoning the mouse every turn, but that's okay. Ooh, don't mind if I do. The golden tamarin's not bad. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, I don't know. Probably not gonna try to level that. Let's just run this for now. I'm not married to the panda either. By the way, Goose, who is your #1 channel in your YouTube rewind? I don't know, but what I do know is that if you are looking to buy something, wow, we lost. If you were looking to buy something for Super Auto Pets DLC or packs or whatever, you can use my code Purtle on the website to help be a cooler person and stuff or something like that. I think. Was it me? That would be cool. You probably would be the only person that has me as your #1. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe there's someone that only watches Super Auto Pets and then they end up watching me as a result of that. It was me, let's go. There's the part of me that wants to get rid of this and just put in something else. Then there's the other part of me that wants to get a level and then get like a tier 6 earlier, which is not happening currently. Yeah, that was not happening currently. Okay, there it is. We're gonna have to wait on that until next turn. Well, actually, yeah, we can do that now. Cool. You were surprised, to be honest? Well, that's a pretty big fella up front. big fella up front. In a week where there isn't much armor, it's nice to have a guy that just has his own armor. I will say. Okay, gotta do this first, because if you do this, it messes it all up. Beautiful. I'd probably just do that for money. Which also gives me a thing. And then do, I guess that buffs that. Well, whatever. I have a 2036, which is insane. Yeah, I'll do this anyway. I know it's gonna buff either that or that, but that's okay. This is a sell pet, so that's an option. We also could just throw in the Nurikabe, seems like a smart move. And then I'll do this for another trigger. And then 2 more rolls. Yeah. Another decent idea would be tortoising onto the armadillo. Seems kind of insane too. Maybe I should just do that. Oh no, this is not the snapping turtle. I thought it was the snapping turtle one. That is not what it is. Okay. Cool. So yeah, Wednesday, did Woodcarve Wednesday, and then the finale of Wartime Wednesday. After that, yet Friday and today was doing that Tetris 99 Kirby Air Ride event, which was cool. I think just making this guy huge makes sense. There isn't Death Touch, I don't believe, so... Seems like that's a good idea. Does it always... Okay, it's just been randomly hitting this one like every time. That's pretty fortunate. Ooh, don't mind if I freaking do. Don't mind if I freaking do. Holy moly. I'll hold on to that. I'm looking for buy, sells, and or levels for sea anemone / chocolate. Hold on. Does you level 3 even... It does matter. It does matter. Shoot. I guess I kind of have to, because it's there. I don't even think I've ever done that, necessarily. What that does mean, though, is I can now probably just start feeding the Nurikabe instead of this arm. They're probably looking at this and going, what the hell? How is this thing so big? Well, because I got a level 3 owl insanely fast. I can't even act like I did anything particularly skilled. I just kind of got to do this for free. I kind of just got to do this for free. Okay, so... Tier 1 friend bot. I could do that and get rid of this and just go crazy scaling. I think that's probably a mistake. I think we just take more stuff. Let it rumble. I actually didn't even check if there was a sell friend there. I still think this guy has no chance. My dude is so big. And he's level 3. This feels like cheating, is what it feels like. Now, I would like getting that to level 2. That would be kind of nice. I guess just do this first. You know what? I guess I'm supposed to roll first in case I do get the level or the chocolate, right? Suppose that makes sense. It's probably too many now, though. Sell. Oh, how much can I get away with? Okay. And then sell this. Oh, fed the wrong guy. Fed the wrong guy. Okay, that's good. I'm not opposed to doing the stake on one of these guys, but I think I don't want to freeze it because I'd rather have chocolate, I guess. I suppose. Also on Friday did a Christmassy-ish themed game called Hidden Season something something. It was a good time. It was a good time. Alright, throw that out there. Alright, well, he's only got one more trigger left anyway. Buy a 2-melon thing and thing. Alright. Alright. So this costs 3 and then 4 and 4? Yeah, I'll do that. That's math right there. That's some math right there. No big deal or anything. Anyway. Ooh, you're gonna transform into some stuff. Nah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Metroid Prime came out. The new Metroid Prime game, so that's exciting. I watched some of it. I've watched some gameplay of the first couple of hours. Seemed pretty cool. I know there's a lot of, I don't want to say arguments, but it feels like I don't need to level that. And we have so much health. Yeah, I'll level this instead. Ooh, that refreshes it? I actually don't know if I knew that that would do that. Sell pets, no. Sell pets, no. Okay. Like the Miles McKenzie character. He was definitely annoying at the very beginning of it, but didn't seem that bad after the fact. Like once you got going and he kind of was stuck a little bit at the I don't even know what you call it. He was like he did still do annoying stuff by being like the pop-up guy telling you things to do or whatever, but I don't know, it didn't seem like the worst thing ever, I guess. No reason to buy, sell that, so do this, freeze, roll. I mean, this team is kind of stupid. This team's kind of stupid. I don't think I will get a better team than this, like, almost no matter how many attempts I do of this weekly. Although, I mean, that's pretty big, but still kind of, like, not that close. Still kind of not that close. Have all the things happen. I guess I do this anyway, even though it's like, oh, you'd rather do a zebra with it or whatever. Whatever, just do it. Hold on. I have level 3 Nurikabe. I guess level 3 this. For the heck of it. It refreshes it. Not that I have enough money to do anything with that, but yeah, I think we got this one. I think we got this one. You transform that guy. I mean, it's not bad, but it ain't gonna work. And we still had these two left. Yeah, this was a godly run, just not even fair. Really early level 3 owl, which reminder that I took that half level on when I got it from a level up instead of taking another tier 3 unit. That paid off. Yeah, so I think that's probably the strongest thing to be doing by quite a large margin, I would wager. Misshaped machines. Misshaped machines. Okay, one thing about the Metroid stuff that I do think is kind of heinous was there's like the overworld deserty area that you ride the Akira bike on, and that has a thing where it can play music. Like there's like no music really, or it's not like particularly interesting. Maybe it's more like kind of just noise. But if you bought like a $30 amiibo or whatever it is, it unlocks some sort of music, which feels gross that is a thing. Special music locked behind an amiibo is kind of gross. Take the level first, because you know what? Maybe we go for the faint / hurt trigger stuff. Now that seems like not the worst idea. Not really who I wanted you to give the stats to, if I'm honest, but this isn't the worst either. This probably shouldn't be there. There we go. We love features locked behind amiibos. Yeah. Yeah. I guess speaking of like locking things up, there was that a level 2 owl? Did I read that right? Or maybe that was a level 1 owl. They have a bright future ahead of them regardless. You tell them. Do I want to take this level now? Do I want to take this level now? No, not really. I'm trying to do a tuna run. I've learned about someone called the Kabuto King, who is monopolizing first edition fossil Kabuto cards. And has like an insane collection of them. And it's become sort of a meme of sorts, I guess. Damn it! Why did you not hit this guy? I should have sold this before I did that. Transform any useful level 1 starter. I mean, the deer is more, like, straightforward. Why Kabuto, though? Because he's the Kabuto King. What do you mean? It's in the name. I think I'm just gonna do the deer. I'm gonna go with the deer. Although, I guess I should go with this because if this gets hurt and this gets hurt, it's probably dying. But if the bus gets hit, and lives and then gets a eucalyptus, that's not the worst. But it's probably better to do it like this. All right, anyway. Do I do the honor for extra health? It's just 2 health for 3. I think I take the level, because if we got something cool, then that would be cool, and then I'd rather just have another deer instead of... Yeah, this team feels like it can't lose this turn at the point in the game that we are. But I forget exactly how it came across my timeline of things, but hey, that's rude. Double bus plus eucalyptus. It worked. It worked. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a way to hurt it in the shop to then pill it later, but apparently I'm attached to this thing for whatever reason. We definitely could do a capybara. It's never a bad time to just grab a random capybara. Makes the team a bit worse for sure. This is also not the worst thing, but it's also a world where you do a, like, pill this to make a something or other, I guess, but here we are. Like, Crypto Bros acting like Kabuto King is doing, like, I don't even remember the details, really. It didn't really make sense to me, but something was taking place. Alright, we did not win that one. I think they did the transform ability, which was real nice. Okay, but hold on, I got a... Oh. Well, an early moose is pretty strong. I'm gonna be rolling a bunch, I guess. I don't really need the ant necessarily. I don't know. Let's get some health. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't save you. You're dead. You're gone. Well, we'll get some health, I guess. Brazilian tree hopper to counter hurt teams could be good. Damn, they gave all that health to the tuna? Whoa, that's an early dragonfly thing. Whatever that thing's called. Yo, they have a sloth. I was so looking at the very middle of the screen, I didn't even register until that last moment. Redistribute stats of the highest health enemy. Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad. I'll try it out. Why not? I'm gonna be rolling anyway. We might want to be using that. Yeah, I think we just use this. I don't really want this koala to be getting the stats, but okay. I mean, we tied. I guess we tied. Whether it was good or not. Okay, we should probably try. If we're doing a multi-hurt trigger, we probably should have this guy in there. I mean, I know it's not leech plus that easy mode stuff. You could also cuckoo. Works well with the deer. Works well with this. Works well with this. Am I abandoning this? There are going to be a lot of high health enemies. When this levels up, what does it do? That's kind of sick, actually. Kind of sick. I guess it's random though, right? It doesn't just flip them. It just happened to do that with that big ant or whatever. Then yeah, I think I'll toss this in here. I think I'm also just, well, would have had a level. I will do it. I will do it. No! Chocolate and tuna? Oh, man. Oh, man. It targets HP enemies more often, so it's likely to decrease the HP. You're not wrong about that. You're not wrong about that. That was just unfortunate, though. Okay. Freeze, freeze, freeze. There's that koala. Yeah, you probably do this guy first, huh? Well, we could just get rid of the cuckoo. Oh, no, we can't. It's not enough money. Not enough money. I'm so glad I didn't just immediately sell that. I could get rid of the deer, but that doesn't really do what we want either. Alright, I guess I just have to let it go then. Oh, we got 5 tier 1s! That's so much health for everybody. That's so much health for everybody. Uh-oh, that's a lot of attack though. What? Oh, we got extra health from that guy. Okay, I was confused. Oh, 1 HP! Oh, you love to see that happen. You love to see that happen. Okay, alright. Boom, boom, boom. Even though it's probably not that good anymore. Okay, this, I think I will do this for. I think I will do that. And yeah, well, there was something to be said about doing all this nonsense. There was something to be said about doing this nonsense. I mean, I still could. I still could, I guess. Has to be when a friend faints though, so you kind of need a spawner if you want multiple hits going off and everything. I think I'm just gonna abandon it. See you later. Is this the order I want? Probably. Probably. The deer is looking a little questionable, but if we throw a stake on that thing, it's not as bad. Okay. Ouch. You got rid of a lot of my attack stats. But I got a big behemoth from them tuna buffs. Okay, freeze. Alright, so what are we looking to potentially switch? If 4 shops in the pets are the same tier, re-roll and do that. That does not really work with the moose because it re-rolls and removes them or something, right? So if we would be looking to replace the deer with something, even though it's got 26 health, perhaps it would be the tortoise, because that's good with a lot of health. That doesn't seem bad. A snake behind something that has a lot of health is also not bad. Perhaps those two would be the options that I would be considering. I guess you could also do this for hurt triggers, but we're kind of past that point. Maybe if we had gone that early. Okay, wait a second. This is also an option. We're going to be rolling a bunch in theory anyway. It does... I mean, we could basically just make one gigantic behemoth, and then these two stay up front, or maybe this doesn't end up doing anything. I think I'm willing to make this move, because I think you have to make it now, because if you don't, this is just going to have too much health to make you'll feel invested. The stake is right there. I do see it. I do see the stake. I'm going to give the stake to the Triceratops. I'm going to roll rather than buying either of those. Say goodbye to those. Say goodbye to nothing. Well, say goodbye to the chocolate, I guess. Is this the order I want? I guess so. 40 health up front is silly. That is a silly amount of health they have up front there. Honestly, I probably should have staked the Ammonite instead. What is this called? Yeah, Ammonite. They are also running a big health team. But I am shooting. Close. Close. Not bad. Let me check something. Level 2. 2 XP for every 2 rolls. Probably don't care about that as much as I would care about... I don't think I've ever leveled 3'd this. Oh, I have leveled 3'd that at some point. I don't know when that happened, but okay. Well, I think I want to use this chocolate on somebody. And I guess I am more likely to keep this, which is why I was saying I should have... Alright, I'm not going to try to level 3 that. Which is why I should have given this the stake instead of the Triceratops, but... Because imagine we have this, and then this is a regular snake, and then multiple shootings going on. Don't interpret that strangely. Okay, I'll do that. Reboost. Triceratops looking a little lacking with its level 1. Yeah. Stake helps. Man. Hey, that's why I was saying the tortoise would be cool. That's why I was saying the tortoise would be pretty cool. Is exactly that right there. Not gonna be many tier 1s, it looks. Gonna be 0 tier 1. Alright, we got a couple at the end there, thank God. We might be lacking in attacking. Yeah. Maybe this Triceratops should be in front, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, that team is pretty nuts. Yeah. Okay. Something like that. We are definitely lacking in attack. There's not a lot of easy ways to get attack stats, though, which we are aware of. Unless you have normal scaling going on. Which is part of why I was maybe interested in the tortoise. It already has 27 health, but does that even matter, is the question. Does that even matter is the question. Do we even still want this up here? Do we just have this back here to give health to something? It's been 950 like forever. I feel sort of locked in here, which is not great. I should also look to give that a stake, probably. Is what I'm thinking. Okay. Triceratops being level 1, still pretty bad. Well, alright, the stakes trade. Oh, well, that trades that way, I guess. We win that one. Okay, 7. I imagine as we get closer to the 10s here, because we're already in late rounds, that I think we are not going to go the distance, because we'll run into teams that have more fully statted squads, really. And I almost feel like this isn't worth leveling at this point, almost. But here I go. Here I go anyway. Yeah, there's a chocolate we would have liked. There's a chocolate we would have liked. This no longer gives, like, multiple friends transformation. That's what it used to do, right? That's what it used. How did the music die? What the hell are you talking about? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Chrome and whatnot not cooperating today, huh? I don't even know where we are anymore. 1408. But you try this. No, that's the one we just did. How about this? Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It's a big fella up there. But I'm a big fella up here. And we trade. And we trade. I mean, this is gonna get better as time goes on, I suppose. How stupid is it to level this Triceratops that's gonna basically do 2 hits and die, like the tuna? Probably dumb. Probably dumb. Let's do this. Team all health, no attack. Honestly, we should have just taken a second behemoth instead of this Triceratops or something. Oh, hello. Yeah, that's death. Yeah, it almost feels like we just do this. It kind of feels like we just do this. 83 HP timing into 50 HP kind of hurts. Is that what's happening? Oh, that is what's happening. I am stupid. I am stupid. This should still go here, though. Somehow I didn't realize that was happening the whole time. Don't know how I didn't realize that was happening. Wasn't happening the whole time, but here we are. Can't pay for that. Yeah, some incorrect decisions along the way here for sure. Should have abandoned some other things earlier. Okay, roll team with also not that much attack stats. Well, that worked. 100 HP, that's right. 100 HP is here. A 100 HP is here. This tuna is so bad. It's crazy how bad this tuna is. Bumblebee tuna. I don't even remember what that's from. What is bumblebee tuna from? I don't know. It's from something. Now that's a... What the hell just happened? Yeah, that's not surprising. Like I said, we would probably end up going against the team that actually is full stats as opposed to my like two-ish units of stats. Honestly, shouldn't have really lasted that long anyway. Would have been much better, as I was hoping for, to go with the geometric tortoise instead of basically either of these two schmucks. Because seems like no one's really going spawns, which makes sense. It's probably not a great time to go spawns when there's so many hurt triggers available. So obviously Force Squad is very strong, but also just like abandoning, like instead of going, just like imagine if even one of these other ones was a behemoth, probably would have done a lot better, as well as maybe a snake or geometric tortoise to go with the moose, that kind of thing. Seems like that'd be a lot better. But okay, I got a 10 win and then an 8 on round 19. So these rounds are going pretty long, huh? Okay, we'll have to check it out again. We'll have to do another one. Maybe I can make something happen.